Hello everybody, we're on location again. Wonder if you can spot where we are. Yep, that's it's not called the Echo Arena, it's the M&S Bank Arena, and we're in the centre of Liverpool. Last week in Assembly we talked about learning and how great that was. But one of the things that we're also lucky about is that we can learn in this fantastic city. Now, I wasn't born in Liverpool, but I lived here for 4 years while I was being trained to be a teacher, and obviously lots of visits to Liverpool for Everton, and now we work at LIPA. And what a fantastic city to learn in. There's our Albert Dock, and I know our year twos just behind there went on the Mersey ferry earlier this week. There's St George's Tower in the distance. And over there I'm pointing towards our school. We're only 5 minutes away, 5 minutes walk, well 10 minutes if I'm at the front of the queue anyway. What a fantastic place to learn in. Our very own city of Liverpool. Here we are again. Now, Albert Dock. Now, you've probably all been to the Albert Dock. It's got lots of shops and cafes and bars, but it's changed a lot because when I was primary school age, it wasn't a nice place to be. All those beautiful windows were broken, nobody lived there, because all of these used to be warehouses where the ships used to sail in from over there and drop their stuff off, and they've been converted to make them usable and just much nicer place to be. And all those new buildings, hotels, offices, make it such a busy place. We're a little bit further along now, the Atlantic Pavilion. Question, why do you think it was called the Atlantic Pavilion? And there's our Albert Dock, the inside of the Albert Dock. And right over there, the other side, we can see there's our Tate Gallery that we've been to quite a few times. And here we are at the front looking towards the museums. You can see Bella and Bertie. There they are, watching over the Liverpool and also watching out to sea. That's the LIPA buildings. Mr. Merivale, our governor, used to work in the LIPA buildings. He might not have mentioned that he used to work for the Inland Revenue, or maybe he has mentioned that once or twice. And there we go, we've got some boats, and there we are looking back. That's where I'm walking to in a minute. The cathedral, our next door neighbour. Right, I'm off back to school, but how lucky are we? Our fantastic city of Liverpool, right on our LIPA Primary School doorstep. Okay, we're back, just got back. There's Rodney Street. Now, I said that I'm not from Liverpool. I've lived here for a little while, I've worked here, but Mr. Merivale has lived and worked in Liverpool all his life. Hello, Mr. Merivale.
Hello, Mr. Parker. Hello, everybody.
I've just come back from city centre. We've seen lots of different things down there and saying how lucky we are to be 5-10 minutes walk from so many things. You've lived in Liverpool. Why is it the best city in the world?
Well, as you know, I absolutely love history, and Liverpool is absolutely steeped in history with the docks. And I was brought up in the 1960s, and what I particularly liked about the 1960s was the Beatles. So I was brought up as a young boy going into a teenager, and also the great sporting city it is as well, with Everton and Liverpool. And during the 60s when I was growing up, the two teams were absolutely fantastic. I remember in 1966 that Everton won the FA Cup and Liverpool won the league. And then the following season, we saw the players from Everton and Liverpool carry the World Cup, the FA Cup and the league. So great memories, and it's a great city to live in.
Mr. Merivale, we're coming back to you for a shout out later on, aren't we?
Okay, no problem at all.
Okay, let's have a look at work received. And again, there are lots of it. So let's have a little look here. Thank you, Tasia. Best head teacher ever. I love this one. But there's no name on it. I remember somebody giving it to me. Was Madison, was it you? They've done some work on. It was International Women's Day this week. Look at that. Have a read of that. Kim Johnson, MP, for being an amazing leader to my mum. Oh, I think this was Shiloh. Shiloh, thank you. What else have we got? Angela Davis for fighting for Black Lives Right in America. Lovely. We've got Lexi, thank you. Mila has been doing some work on play scripts. Kuba, flags, thank you. Leon and Dayon are always very busy for me. It's from Olivia. Thank you very much, some beautiful artwork. Oliver dropped in a sticker for my wall. That's who Everton play on Sunday. Boy, do we need a win. Easter's not very far away, and we've got artwork. But the three I've chosen for a prize this week are, first one, LIPA values. Look at this. Olive, thank you very much for my cakes. Now, Olive, I think, was keeping an eye out for me. Olive is a big Tottenham fan. They beat Everton 5-0, and I think she brought me these to cheer me up. We've got Donna over here, who brought 2 pieces of work in. Very creative. Here we are. That one. Again, we've got Best Head Teacher from Donna. And then a picture of me, which folds out and folds back. You've been very busy, Donna. So, and the other one, Mr. Merivale, I thought you might want to have a little look at this. So this is from Sammy in year 2.
Thanks,
He's done
Mr. Parker.
loads of facts. Could you read us a couple of those on a film over your shoulder?
I will do. Sammy, I was with Sammy yesterday, and we're going to talk a bit about that later. And his themes are about football, and some of the things he's written are absolutely amazing. So he said, Mr. Parker, Everton FC, and he's also put Mr. Mason loves Liverpool FC. Sorry, Mr. Parker, he also said that you love Everton FC. And some of the things he's put, football is for everyone. I like that one.
Good, I do as well.
You pass to your team, and it's so important when you play football.
Can we pass that one on to Everton?
Yeah, sure.
No, that's what I mean. That Everton.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Maybe that's some advice we could pass on to them, Mr. Merivale.
When we play tomorrow, is it Sunday we're playing? Isn't it? Yeah. Don't kick anybody.
No.
So that shows good sporting behaviour.
It does.
And for a year 2 boy, I think that's absolutely fantastic. And his miss said to me, "Could you let Mr. Parker know how hard he's worked? He's done this all week." And I think that is absolutely fantastic.
Love a bit of persistence.
Yeah. So well done, Sammy, for that.
Sammy, Donna, and thank you again to Olive. Please come and choose a book. Shout-outs. Got a lot this week. So first one is from me. And it says, can I give a big shout out to Year 5 swimmers who go to Wavertree Baths on a Monday? Why? First of all, we all start with behaviour. It is a privilege to go out with our Year 5s. They make me laugh, they make me smile, and we're very, very proud of them. But I suppose the real reason is progress, learning. Gosh, the progress that all those children have made in maybe 6 or 7 visits, and we've still got 5 or 6 to go, has been great. So well done, everybody in Year 5. Miss Atherton says, shout out to Conan for his resilience and attitude towards his work this week. Conan's confidence with questioning is always growing too. Well done, Conan. Miss Berry's been in touch to say, can I do a shout out to Ella, who has worked extremely hard in English this week. She demonstrates captain discipline and consistently up levels her work by including all of our Year 3 writing features. Also, Booker and Cohen, who consistently follow instructions and demonstrate all of our LIPA values. Remember, LIPA values. Miss Farahi, she says, could we have a shout out to Annalise in Year 4, please? Annalise is new to our school, so well done. Having recently started our school, Annalise has been making positive friendships and working hard in her lessons. It's wonderful to have you in our class and in our school. And whenever I see Annalise, she's got a big smile. And remember, starting a new school is tricky. So hopefully all your friends, Annalise, in Miss Farahi's class have made it easy for you. I'm sure they have. Miss Wright says, please can we have a shout out to everyone in Year 2 for being such a fantastic LIPA role model during our Mersey Ferry trip. I think that's what Mr. Merivale wants to talk about too. What else did she say? We are so proud of the children who felt a little nervous to go on board the ferry and face their fears. Yes, it was a bit windy, but at least you got there. Miss Wright, again, she said, can I have a shout out for Cora in Stanley Park? I often see Cora helping her mum with jobs before and after school, and she always does it with a huge smile on her face. I feel so lucky to have somebody in my class as kind and caring as Cora. What a role model. And Miss Fearon, she said, can Ellie in Year 6 have a shout out, please? Yes, she can. I was blown away with how hard she has worked today whilst I was working with Year 6. That's good, Ellie. So Miss Fearon was with you for a short time and noticed you. Great job. Okay. Mr. Merivale, a shout out. I think it's also about the Mersey Ferry trip.
It is, and I just want to echo Miss White's sentiments there before. We walked down from school to the Mersey Ferry, and it's a long walk, and it's a long walk back, because as you know, when we come back we have to walk up the hill. The children's behaviour was absolutely fantastic. And what was a nice thing is you're walking past grown-ups, they're smiling, and that just reflected how good the children were. So we went on the Mersey Ferry and we learnt a little bit about the history of Liverpool, particularly the River Mersey and some of the buildings there, and what a great port Liverpool is, and the children absolutely loved it. The best is yet to come from me, because in the afternoon I went into the two classes came in together, and I spoke to them about my experiences at school in the 1960s. So what I did, we looked at all the different things and how different school life was in the 1960s compared to what it is now. How the discipline, if you did something wrong, you would get the strap or the cane, which wasn't very nice. Happened to me once or twice, I've got to admit. Also, I showed them a picture. In our school, we had desks joined together, and we had inside the desk, there was an inkwell and an ink pot. And your desk would open, the lid would open up, and you'd have your exercise books there. And in my class, when I was in year 6, which we call the fourth year juniors, there were 48 children. So it was quite, I can imagine, it was quite a big class. So I was telling all the children about the things that we did. For example, we had chalkboards, whereas nowadays we have interactive whiteboards. Didn't have any computers, so we did an awful lot of writing, copying things from the chalkboard. Totally different. And if I had the choice of going to school in the 1960s or to LIPA in the 2020s, I would definitely choose LIPA, because I think the way the children learn is far better than it was in my day, and a lot more enjoyable. And I told the children as well about, I was fortunate enough, as you know, I love sport, to represent my school team in football and cricket, and was lucky enough as well to be the captain. And to be honest with you, Mr. Parker, I can't remember a great many things that I did in school, but I do remember playing football and cricket, whereas the children now, those children who from year 2, I think from the rest of their lives, they will remember that trip on the Mersey, and we didn't have the opportunities. And at the very end, we asked the same question to children: which time would you rather go? And the majority of children said they would rather be at school in this era rather than the 1960s.
Don't blame them.
And at the end, I spoke, and gosh, I didn't realise, it was such an enjoyable experience. And at the very end, after I spoke, the children asked me some fantastic questions. And they weren't prepared, and they were really good about my time in the 1960s and about school and about the favourite things. So year 2, you were absolutely fantastic yesterday, and any time you want me to come and help you, I'd love to do it. So thanks again, year 2, and well done.
Okay, if you've had a birthday, jingle jangle for later on. If you've had a birthday, stand up. Congratulations, I hope you had a lovely day. If it's today, I hope you're having a lovely day. And how old are you? Okay. And are you doing anything special? Special shout out to Max in reception, who is now 5. And all the other people. Are you ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday if you've had a birthday this week. Happy birthday to you. Now, if you are about to get one of these, it is well deserved. Teachers, press pause. Well done, everybody. Well done. If you got one of these, I want to know why. I know that year 5 and 6 do their special awards and all of their points as well, but these are still there for them as well. So maybe announce who's won as well, and come and get your books and all of that sort of stuff. If you've got one of these, congratulations. All right, okay, what next? It's a variation on a theme. Okay, do you need your whiteboards? Yes, you do. Go and get them. Is it maths? No, it's not. It's a bit of a quiz, actually, because seeing as we're doing about our fantastic city of Liverpool, let's ask some questions about that. Okay, I've got Mr. Merivale sitting over there. I wonder if he knows the answers to these. Okay, question 1. Across the road, it's Rodney Street. Very, very famous street. William Gladstone was born there on Rodney Street in 1809. If you go down there, there's a plaque on the house. Why is he important? Well, he did a very special job 4 times. Okay. What was that job? That's the first question. Mr. Barryville, don't shout out. Question 2. Did you know Liverpool used to have a castle? Did? Really did. Funnily enough, it was on Castle Street, right on the other side of town. It's not there now, it's where the law courts are. Castle Street's still there. It's a great place. My question is, what year was the Liverpool Castle built? Okay, it was a long, long time ago. Question 3. Have a listen. I am the largest of my kind in England and the 5th largest in Europe. I am in Liverpool. What am I? There's your 3. Maybe do a bit of research, write them down, and here are your answers. Answers time. William Gladstone, born on Rodney Street in 1809. Why is he important? Well, he's very important. He did which job on 4 occasions? Mr. Merivale?
Prime Minister.
And Chancellor of the Exchequer, no less. Well done, Mr. Merivale. Liverpool used to have a castle, don't you know? When was it built, Mr. Merivale? Do you want to guess?
Ooh, I would say, was it a century, maybe the 9th or 10th century?
Oh, good effort. 1235.
1235, yeah.
25 to 1. Okay, question 3. I am the largest of my kind in England and the 5th largest in Europe. I am in Liverpool. What am I? Any guesses, Mr. Merivale?
I'm going to say the Anglican Cathedral.
Yep, it's our next door neighbour. In fact, you can see it over my left shoulder. Again, how lucky are we to be where we are? Yep, it's the biggest in Liverpool and the 5th largest in Europe. I will give a book prize to the person who can bring me a note on Monday to tell me which are the 4 bigger cathedrals in Europe. I've got a feeling one may be in Barcelona, the Sagrada Familia. I am not sure. Okay, there's a challenge for you. Back to awards. Press pause. Can we give out the Maths Awards and the Reading Awards? Well done. If you got one of those, Maths Award and Reading Awards, fantastic persistence, hard work. Maybe you find it a struggle, maybe you don't, but you have made progress in your learning. Okay, it's time to press pause because that email's gone out from Miss Lucas today around, this is just for reception in year 4, to tell you who has won the golden ticket prizes. Year 5 and 6, perhaps now's the time to find out who has won the most points, who has got 30 plus points. Well done, well done. If you've got that, if you're a winner, come and get your books. I've had a new box there. I will open it before you come. Talking of books, it's the book look section. And this week it's year 3, so let's see what we've got. Okay, we've got some artwork. So this is from Olive, and Olive has designed her own Egyptian headdress in design technology. Miss Crew's done like that. She has planned materials she will need to make it. Olive, please can I see it when it's done? And I want to compare the design to the new. It doesn't have to be the same because it's a project and it might change, but that is looking good. Look at that serpent there. Okay, next one. Bobby has been busy. Bobby has given 100% to do this without help. There it is. Independent work. We love a bit of that. Finding a fraction of amount is now independent. Great work, Bobby. Let's have another little look up here. More maths work, more fractions. Mariama, this is your book. Look at that, excellent work, Mariama. She's worked hard this week to recognise fractions and order them. Like that. Very, very good stuff. Okay, what we got here? We've been working about explaining Egyptian clothes and learning facts about Tutankhamun. And this book belongs to Jessica. Hold on a minute. I think somebody in year 3's handwriting is better than mine. Wow. Stunning work. Year 2. Remember last week when I was saying you're like year 2.5 now? You need to get ready. This is what you need to be working towards. And we've got another one here. Another piece of work, a design that is going to be made. Let me see if we can see whose book that is. I think it belongs to William. Year 3, thank you, super work. Nice to see varied things and writing and maths and design technology and artwork. Year 4, next week, you're up. Okay, gold medals. Number 1, Miss Hartley wants to give hers to Josie this week. She was always showing captain discipline and captain persistence, even though sometimes lessons can be tricky. But said last week, didn't we, learning's tricky. She's willing to try her best, she's enthusiastic and hardworking and an amazing role model. Mr. Mason wants it to give it to Gok too. The gold medal in Bertie class. Wonderful attitude, he's impressed him with his own learning, working hard, and he's a true captain discipline. Miss Beachy says, can I please give my gold medal to Esme in Playhouse? She's always displays all of our LIPA captains and is such an amazing role model all of the time. Her smile brightens our classroom. How nice is that? And the 4th one is Miss Murphy. Miss Murphy, can you tell your class who has got your gold medal? Go. And that's it for this week. Apart from, as I always say, work, please, from home. It can be anything. Bring it in. You know where it is. It's time for me to get some new work on the board. I'll be doing that next week. And we just love to see that work. So bring in that work. Can be anything. Have a lovely weekend, everybody.